Back to you. You know, we have worship meetings nowadays. People talk about praise and worship. It's not this type of worship. Today it is shallow, emotional, excitement which costs people nothing. That's not worship. This is the first place in the Bible where worship is mentioned. If you want to understand worship, go here. That when God says something to you, and it's in the middle of the night that God spoke to Abraham, because it says in the early morning he got up and obeyed. Sarah was sleeping there, didn't hear a word. Sometimes God may say something to you in the middle of the night when you wake up and your wife sleeping next to you doesn't hear it. God can say something to you when you sit in the meeting here and the person sitting next to you doesn't hear it. Only you hear it. And then God tests you after that. What are you going to do when you get up in the morning? What are you going to do when you go out of this room? God was watching. He didn't tell Abraham in the morning, hey, remember what I told you last night? No. Now I can test him whether he fears me or not. Whether he's going to be scared of his wife. And he saw Abraham going and he gave him 3 days to think about it. And no boasting. He didn't want, it was in secret. He didn't even want anybody to know what he's going to do up on the mountain. He called it worship. I'm going to give God that the darling of my heart. I'm going to give God the most precious thing I have. To me, that is my worship meeting. Not singing emotional songs. I don't believe 99.9% of Christians have understood what worship is. I myself did not know it. I thought it was singing songs on Sunday morning. I discovered it was not. I discovered that worship was giving to God in secret, without anybody knowing, that which is costly, that which is precious, giving up, sacrificing, denying myself. When you're tempted strongly to watch pornography and you deny yourself, the desire is strong in you and you refuse to look at it, that's worship. If you don't do that and come here and sing psalms on Sunday morning, I want to tell you, the devil's having a big laugh at you, that's all. God's not impressed. And don't fool yourself. And I'll tell you something, you won't hear this anywhere else. Other places they'll only tell you, come on, raise your hands, come on, shout, yes, praise God, let's worship God, let's be excited. That's not what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, if you're not obeying God before you come here on Sunday, you're not worshiping God at all.